In this video tutorial, we will understand the basic user interface of Microsoft Excel. So we will talk about basic terminologies. Starting with rows and columns. So we can see that we have A, B, C, D, E, F and so on. So these are our columns, while when we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which are on the extreme left side, so these are our rows. So any corresponding place which we can see is in blue color is a cell. So if we talk about a cell is the smallest unit inside this worksheet, wherein any worksheet contains lots of cells. So each of these cells can contain some value in it. So all you need to do is click on any of the cell to enter a value into it. So let's say we have selected C2, and how do we know if that's C2? So we can see that the column is highlighted as well as the row is highlighted. So we know that C2 is the cell which we have selected. So now let's select different one. We have now E6 which we have selected, now G8, now H16, now I9. So this is how we select any cell. Now how to add a value to it? So just click any cell, on any cell, and then just type in something. So let's say I want to type hello and press enter. So now that particular cell has got a value hello, and if we want to change it, either we can double click on this cell and modify it to hello 1, 2, 3. Alternatively, we can just click on this and we can change the value from here, and we can do it hello. So now we have discovered two ways of changing or entering the values. First step is to click on any blank cell and then just start typing the value which you want to type, and then if you want to modify it, then just double click on that particular cell and type in something. Or you can do just click on the cell and then change the value from this text box. Now what we will do is we will try to select multiple cells. So how do we do that? So all you need to do is just click on any of the cell from where you want to start the selection, and continue and press your left key of your mouse and keep on pressing it till you have selected the cells you want to select. So now let's say I wanted to select cells up till H19. So now we have a selection starting from A1 to H19, and now I want to border it. So how do we do that? By going to this box and clicking on the down arrow and selecting all borders. So now we can see that all the selected cells have got a border with them. So this is how we select the cells. Now how do we select entire row or entire column? So just click on A or B or C, and the entire row or the column which you have selected will be selected. So let's say I have selected row 2 or row 4 or row 8. Now if I want to remove this row 4, then I have to click on that particular row and then press right key of your mouse and then click on delete. So in case you want to delete, so click on delete and it will be removed from your worksheet. So this is how we select the text. This is how we change or add values within any cell inside Microsoft Excel. Hi, welcome to Excel tutorial. In this tutorial, we will understand what is the kind of user interface Microsoft Excel 2011 has. So on the top, we can see we have lots of icons, and each of these icons does very specific task, and we will understand what they are. So starting with the title of the page. So here we can see that we have workbook 5. So workbook is the default name of any new file. So whenever you are saving any file, it will ask for a save as or a new name. So in case you don't provide that new name, then the file will be saved by this name. So make sure that you are using or typing in very relevant name pertaining to your document. So now talking about these shortcuts, we have lots of them. So first of them, if we will hover over each of them, then it will show us what it does in the yellow space. So as we can see, it says new workbook. So basically it creates a new file, or a workbook in which there will be multiple sheets. So by default there are one sheets, but we have the option of adding more sheets to it. So here we can see that here we have sheet 1 and there is this plus symbol. So this plus symbol is for inserting any sheet. So in Excel we don't really call any file a file, but a worksheet or a workbook. So this will be a worksheet, while a workbook will be having lots of worksheets inside it. Then we have new from templates. So Excel has got multiple predefined templates. So in case you want to use them, then you use. So by default we have Excel workbook. Then there is multi-page calendar. Then there is one-page calendar. Then pros and cons. So these are multiple ways of representing the data. So, and you can choose any of them depending on your needs. So choosing the default one. Now we are going ahead with open a file. So let's say you have an existing file and you want to open it back. So click on it and browse through your workbooks and you will find it and open it, that file. About the saving part, so since or if this document is new, you have to save the file or you have to save the workbook. So you have to click on it, or rather press Ctrl S key, and it will ask for a location and a name. So provide the location where you want to save the file, and the name. So the file will be saved in that particular location with the name you provided. Now cut and copy. So let's say we have this string ABC and we want to cut it. So we can just click on it and we want to paste it in F2. So just click on paste. So we have seen that it has been removed from its original location to a new location. Now if you want to copy the formatting from one location to another and apply it to another, so how do we do that? So let's say we have this text which is of 72 font size with, and it's bold. Now we have another text which is very small comparatively and is having 12 as its font size, while and it's not even bold, italic or underlined, and we want to copy the formatting of this text to this one. So all we need to do is click on this button or this icon, and then so originally we have selected the original place which from where we want to copy the formatting, and then we will just click on this paintbrush and then we will click over here. So now what happened is the formatting of this particular text has been copied to this text as well, or this cell as well. So this is how we copy the formatting of any text or any cell to another location. Now let's say we want to undo it, so which means that we want to go back to history one step. So click on undo and it will move back to its original state, one at a time, one step at a time. So let's say you have typed A, then B, then C, then D, then E, and if you will press undo, then it will remove E first, then D, then C, then B, then A. while if you want to redo it, so it will just bring it back one step at a time, A B C D E, and it's disabled because there is no further thing in history. Now talking about the sum operation. So what is sum? So let's say we have five numbers, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you want to calculate the sum of these figures. So all we need to do is click on this sum, and then it will automatically select the cells which are just above it, and then just press enter. So it will show you the sum of these figures. So this is why, or this is how the sum function is used. We will talk about arranging the data in the later video. So will the others. So talking about zooming in and zooming out inside any worksheet. So let's say this seems a bit large in size. So what we can do is we can just zoom out a bit. So let's say 100. So this is the original size of the worksheet. But if you want to increase the size, if you are not able to see the contents, then you can just select 200%. So it will just zoomed in, or you can even select 250. So this is up to you how much magnifying or how much zoom level you want. Hi, in this video we will learn how to merge different cells together. So first of all, what we will do is we will select one cell, and then we will select another cell while pressing the shift key, and then we will go to merge section and click on down arrow, and then furthermore click on merge across or merge center. So what they are, so let's learn or let's understand them. So if you will select merge and center, there will be two things which will happen. First is the cells will get merged, and second is whatsoever text was within that particular cell will have the center alignment. So now let's see that in action. Now we have A, B, C, D, E in different cells, and now we will just make it more visible by adding borders to these cells. And now we will try to merge different cells, so cells from H9 to L9, and then go to merge, and then click on merge and center. So as we can see that these cells got merged, and this A, the text within that particular cell has now center alignment across or inside this merged cell. Now if we will think of merging them together, so it won't be possible. Why? So let's see what happens if we will select multiple cells together and click on merge and center. So it says that the selection contains multiple data values, and merging into one cell will keep the upper leftmost data. So by it we can infer that we will be having only B within a single merged cell. So let's see how it looks like. So yes, we do have that kind of thing. So all of the data has disappeared, just that we have the upper left data, which was B, left in the merged cell, and it is in the center alignment. To make it more visibly look better, we have now arranged the vertical alignment as well. So now we can see that we have two cells, two merged cells. Now if going back, if we want that these particular cells will be in single line, merged and in single line, like we have A. So one step is to do this manually by just going again and again to merge and center, merge and center. or we can save our time, and what we can do is we can select all of these cells together and click on merge across. So what will happen is all of these cells will now get merged, but the data will be still in the left alignment. So just to ensure that it is in right or center alignment, we have to click on the center alignment boxes or options. So now we can see that we have A, B, C, D, E, all of them in center alignment, and these cells have got merged. So this is how we merge different cells together. Now creating more cells. Now let's see if we have different cells selected, and now we want to click on merge cells. So what will happen? So now we can see that these cells have got merged together and there is no alignment at all. So in case we want to enter or align some text, then we have to click on these to get aligned, to get the text aligned. Now we have seen that how we can actually merge different cells. We have another option of unmerged cells. So let's say we have different cells which we have merged together, and now for some reason we want to unmerge them. So in that case we have to choose the fourth option, which is unmerged cells. So what it will do is it will bring the cells to their original state. Or if we will see this one, we have about 12 cells merged, and now if you will click on unmerged cells, then we can see that we have them back. So this is how merging of any cells and unmerging of cells is done in Microsoft Excel. Assuming that you are a new user of Microsoft Excel, we will learn about how to change the fonts in Microsoft Excel. So let's start doing it. So let's say I have typed John, Matthew, and now I want to change its font. By font we mean that the appearance of this text. So let's say we want to change it to something fancy. We can use Abadi, or we can use Adobe Caslon Pro, and we can even increase the size of the text. So these are the shortcuts to increase the size and decrease the size. While if you have any set figure in your mind, so we can do that as well. So let's say 40. So now the font size is 40. So just click on the down arrow next to the font name and you can select any of these. So let's say Rockwell extra bold. So you can choose any of them. So also a font can have only single font type at a time, because since we don't see multiple ones, while if you have multiple cells, then each of these can have multiple or different fonts. So let's say this is Abadi, and then we have Arial. So now these three cells have three different font types, and three different font sizes. So this is how we change the font type of any cell or text, and this is how we change the font size of text. In this video, we will learn how to align the text within a cell. So let's say we are inside the cell C4 and we have some data inside it. Now by default, every text is in or every data is in left alignment, and now we want to change it to either center or the right alignment. So now how do we do that? So first of all, you have to select the cell in which you want to change the alignment, and then you have to click on any of these. So we have left alignment, we have center alignment, and we have right alignment. So if you will click on this left one, then nothing will happen because it is already left aligned. Now if we will click on the center one, then it will center align the text or the data within this particular cell. Now we can see that it's in center. Now if we will click on this third one, then it will align the text or the data in the right side. So now we have learned about how to align the text or data in left, center or right side. But we can see that this is in the bottom, while if we want the text to be there in the center or at the top of the cell, then we have to choose either of these. So by default, every text or every data within a cell is bottom aligned. So in case we want to make it center aligned, that too vertically, then we have to choose this one. So if you click on the center one, then it will take the text to the center place. Now if you want to take it to the top, then you have to click on the align text top, and if you want to make it in center, then we have now vertically shifted to center. Now if you want it to be in the absolute center over here, then we have to select both of these center. So now we have the data or the text vertically centered as well as horizontally centered. So this is how we change the alignment in Microsoft Excel. We have to first choose the cell in which we want to change the alignment, and then we have to choose either of the left alignment, right alignment and center alignment for both vertically as well as horizontal. I hope this will help you in arranging the text as you like. Hi, in this video tutorial we will learn how to change the cases of text within a cell inside Microsoft Excel. So we can see we have three names which have got very funky cases, very irregular cases, and we want to, since this will be an official document, we want to ensure that these cases of these texts are in proper form, so proper case. So let's try doing different experiments with them. So we have currently three options. First is to have the first letter capital and rest of them in lower caps, or second is to have all of the letters of alphabets capital, or what we can do is we can have all of the letters of alphabet in lowercase. So we can try both of them or three of them, all of them. So let's start with having the first letter capital and rest of them smaller for every word. So for that we will be using a function called proper. So first of all, you have to select a cell in which you will be having the corrected form of case. So let's see. So click any cell and then type in equals to, then proper, and then select the cell which you want to modify, as in for which you want to change the case. So click on it and then press enter. So as you can see that now this word or words have got very regular case. First character is capital, rest of them are small for every word. For Matthew as well, M capital, then rest of them are in lower caps. Now if you want to modify the case to uppercase for every word or every letter of the word, then we have to just type in upper and then bracket starts and then select the cell and then press enter. So now we have the name in capital letters. Now if you want to have the name in lower caps, then just use lower function and then select the text or cell and then press enter. So now we can see that we have got three different set of cases. Now if you want to see how it looks like for all of them, then just copy the formatting. So just press Ctrl C, and under this proper we can do Ctrl V. So it's not working right now. So what we'll do is we'll just type proper again and then we will select E10 and then we will just drag this blue square towards bottom. Now we can see that we have all of these three cells in proper cases. Now if you want to have these cells in upper cases, then we have to select the first corresponding one and then copy the formatting to copy the function to different cells as well. So now we have all of these in uppercase as well, and herein we will just type lower and then we will select the cell and then press enter, and we can just drag it and we can see that we have these three in lower cases as well. So this is how we change cases of text inside any spreadsheet of Microsoft Excel, and this will remain same for OpenOffice, LibreOffice as well, and all the versions of Microsoft Excel. Hi there, in this video we will learn how to change the cases of any particular letter or a word into something, into the case which we want. So let's say we want each of these letter or the words to be in uppercase. So how we will do it? We will just select any other cell except the one which you want to change, and then we will just type equals to, and then we will type upper, and then we will select, and with the bracket starts we have to select the cell which you want to change. So we want to change the case of A1. So here we clicked on A1 and then press enter. So now we can see that the case of the entire cell has changed to uppercase. So upper is the function for changing the case of any particular word, sentence, letter to uppercase. While if we want to change the case of this particular cell to lower, so each of the letter will be in lower caps. So how we will do it? Lowercase. So how we will do it? We will just type equals to, and then we will type lower, and then we will just start with a bracket and we will select the cell and then we will press enter. So now we can see that each of these words or letters are in lower caps. So this is how we change the caps in Excel. So when we have lots of data, let's say thousands of records, and we want to change the cases of these particular records in bulk, then these functions play a very vital role, because they ease, or they help, or they make the process of very easy. So now the third type is to change the case into a proper case, which means that we will have each letter, each beginning letter capital, while rest of them will be in lower caps. So let's say if talking about welcome to being skilled, so the W will be capital, then T will be capital, then B will be capital. So all the first letters of a word will be capital, and rest of the words will be in lower caps. So how do we do that? We just have to type equals to, and then we have to type proper, and then with the bracket starts we have to choose the cell uh, of which we have to change the case, and then press enter. So now we can see that first character or first letter of each word is in uppercase, while rest of them are in lowercase. So this is how we change the caps in Microsoft Excel. I hope this will help you while using Microsoft Excel. Now let's learn how to add a row or a column in any worksheet of Microsoft Excel. So first step is to identify the place where you want to insert the row or column. So let's say in this case we want to insert a row just between 5 and 6. So what we have to do is we have to click on 6, and beneath it we have to select and click on insert. So there has to be a row, a blank row, which will be inserted between 14 and 15. So let's see if it happens or not. So yes, it did. 14 and between 14 and 15 we have a new row. So you just have to remember that if you want any row to be between 4 and 5, then you have to click, or you have to insert a row by right clicking on your mouse on the bottom of 5th. So just click on right on 5th and click on insert. So there will be a new row between 4 and 5, or let's say 13 and 14. So this is how we create a new row in worksheet. Now if you want to insert a new column between C and D, then you have to right click on D and click on insert, and there will be a new row, or sorry, new column between C and D, which was earlier D, now it's E. So but we did have 2 and 6 just next to each other, so now we can see a new column is there. And now if you want a new column between E and F, then you have to click on F and then right click and then click on insert, and there will be a new column between 6 and 7. So we have a new column between E and G. So this is how we insert a row or a column in any worksheet of Microsoft Excel, irrespective of the version of Excel. Hi, in this tutorial we will learn how to add row or column, or remove the row or column from any worksheet in Microsoft Excel. So first step is to identify what all rows and columns you want to delete. So let's say we want to delete rows 1 to 9. So how do we do that? First of all, you have to click on 1, and then you have to press shift key and then click on 9. So now we can see that we have selected 9 rows, and what we have to do is right click on these or this and then click on delete. So what happened was the first 9 rows were deleted. or if you just want to check it again, we can just fill in some values. And now what we will do is we will just select first 9 rows and we will click right click and then click on delete, so that we can see that we don't have first 9 rows any longer. We can see them. Now if we want, what we can do is we can remove columns as well. So first of all we need to just place the numbers so that we know what all columns are deleted. So now we want to delete column D to F. So just click on D and then click on F while pressing shift key. So now we can see that we have 3 columns selected, and now press right key on your mouse and then click on delete. So now the first or the selected columns will be deleted. Now we can see that we don't have 3, 4, 5 because they were deleted. So this is how we delete rows and columns in Microsoft Excel. So in the last video we have discussed about all of these shortcuts or shortcut icons, and now we have these we have all of this data and we want to get rid of it. So how do we really remove all of these? So one way is to just select the text or the cells and then press right key of your mouse, and then over here we have clear contents. So either you can try clear contents, and so one of the drawback of this approach is that, let's say we have borders and now we have some data A, B, C, D, E, F. Now if we will click on clear contents, so only the contents will be removed and not these borders. So best way is to just select and press right key and then click on delete. So then it will just delete entire row, which is like something which we wanted to do. So now we don't see any borders, we don't see any content, we don't even have the formatting of the cells, by which we mean that originally this particular cell has got a formatting in its text or in its cell, and if we will delete it, or if we even if we will just click on clear contents, so it will not remove its formatting. So if we will just press J, so we can see that it's still in its abnormal state, or not, if not abnormal then something which is not standard throughout the document. So just to ensure that everything is consistent in the document, we will just remove the rows. So click on entire rows and they will be removed. So we just learned two things. First is how to clear the contents and how to delete the rows.